Welcome, guys. We are so excited to have you guys here and for being a part of this journey with us. We just love this business. We wanted to start off real quick and give you guys just a few minute introduction to who Amanda and I are. Who we are. Sorry, I'm a mom of four babies, and so babies 10 and under, but my baby is 5 months. So my brain is sometimes here, sometimes not. But Amanda and we have been friends since high school. She's my best friend. I joined this company a little over 4 years ago. I was a single mom. I was going through a divorce after almost 10 years of marriage, rebuilding myself. I was a stay-at-home mom and found myself thrust back into my teaching job, which was really hard for me. My little baby that was 3 at the time, she was in daycare for 10 to 12 hours a day. And my other daughter was in kindergarten at another school, and I was teaching at a school that didn't have her grade level, so I was just away from my kids all the time, and it was really hard because I had been with them since they had been born. About that time, Amanda reached out to me. She had, and you'll find out in just a minute, she had retired herself from her full-time dental hygiene career in about 6 months' time, which I thought was incredible because hygienists in Arizona make upwards into $80,000 a year. So that was such an amazing feat to do in such a small amount of time. But I remained skeptical. I'm kind of a skeptic at heart. So I continued to watch her. I continued to see her be very consistent with what she was doing, continue to reach out to me. And kind of just pry at my heart of like, this could really help you. This could be the vehicle that you need. I wasn't able to pay for extracurriculars for my kids. I wasn't able to have the life I had envisioned. And one day I woke up after telling her no and no and no, I don't have any room emotionally, physically, mentally on my plate. One day I just woke up and I said, enough is enough. Like, I'm never going to get to where I want to be on this route. So I'm willing to try. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try for my kids. I'm willing to try for myself, because it came down to, guys, no one was going to determine how my life was going to play out. Not a husband that was cheating, not past relationships, not my childhood, not anything was going to determine how my life got to play out. And so that day I kind of drew a line in the sand and took my life back, and little by little have been able to build it to a life that I love. And I've been home with my babies. I have 2 more babies now. I'm remarried. So I have 2 girls and 2 boys. My little guys are 2 and almost 6 months, and I get to stay home. I retired myself from teaching. I make 6 figures a year, five-figure paychecks each month. Never would have thought, because I joined for just $200 a month to put my kids in gymnastics and martial arts and be able to have some fun money for the weekend trips that I wanted to do with my girls. I would have never done that with teaching, even with a master's degree, even with a PhD. I would never be making 6 figures a year with teaching. And although I have a teacher heart and I loved what I did, God had bigger plans, and I'm able to use that heart of mine and teach other people how to do this, teach other people how to empower their lives and make money from home and working in the nooks and crannies of their life. So I just love it. I love having you guys here. We're so excited to share how to get started and be successful. I know some of you guys are scared. You've never done this before. So we're here to just get you guys all ready to rock it in September. So all right, babe, your turn.
I love you so much, Courtney. You guys, and it's so true. Like, we grew up together, and I kept like saying, like, Courtney, you have to do this business with me. You just have to. And finally, you know, after time, you guys, it was a couple years. Then she was, and she's one of my best friends. Then she was finally like, okay, I'm going to do it. So when people don't join you, especially your friends and family right away, we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but don't get discouraged, because they will. Okay, so I'm Amanda, you guys. I am an Ambassador Diamond with our amazing company, which is the very top rank of the company. And I have been in this for 5.5 years. I got started when I worked full-time as a dental hygienist. So I would love to know in the chat, you guys, who works full-time and who works part-time, who stays home. Like, I want to know who you are. What do you do? So go ahead and put in the chat. The other thing I want to add really quickly is this chat, you guys. Ask questions along the way. We love interaction, and if we have time, we'll answer some questions at the very end. But anyways, I started this, you guys, just to make a couple $100 extra a month. I was, before this business, over $120,000 of student loan debt, $30,000 of credit card debt. We had tons of medical bills from my first son. And I, on top of that, I had a lot of guilt leaving my son at daycare all day long while I was working. I emotionally was just like internally a wreck. Courtney can definitely vouch for me for that. I wanted to stay at home so bad. Like that was just in my heart. So I would cry a lot, like, you know, going to work Sunday evenings. I was like probably the most like grumpiest person ever because I knew that was our work, you know, week was about to start and I would have to miss my son, my sweet little baby. And so I struggled both ways, financially and then also emotionally. And so for me to make a little extra money, you guys, was just something where it was just, I thought, why would I not try this? And so I had no experience. I got in, you guys, and because I never quit and because I just followed the lead of other people who were being successful with this, and I just kept going, put one foot in front of the other, in about 5 months, I was able to retire dental hygiene, my full-time career, got pregnant again, and I've been now retired for 4.5 years, almost 5 years in December. Because of this business, you guys, we paid off all of my student loans, $120,000 of student loans, all of our credit card debt, all of our medical debt. And this business, most importantly, has brought me home to our babies. And I get to be a present mom. We get to live the life of freedom. But on top of that, you guys, I really, truly believe that our team is, you know, God has his hands all over our team. So you guys on this team, like, I'm so excited for you guys in this business. Like, amazing things are going to happen. And, you know, for you guys, as well as our entire team and organization and company. You know, this is a business where we're able to help and serve other people. And so it's allowed me to do so much, but also know why I'm here on, you know, this planet. And that's to help and serve all you guys and so many more. So we're so excited for you guys. Courtney is just going to kind of get into it. We're going to kind of ping pong back, and we want you guys to make money right away. So that is our intentions for this, is to teach you guys how to build your business, how to get those first 4 customers, and just, you know, create a successful business right off from the start.
And I just love that. And Amanda's super humble. She always has been. She's always been really shy. You can be able to tell now, like several years into this company. So if you come in being an introverted and shy, like, there is hope. Look at us. But we are a top 30 team. Amanda is our ambassador diamond, and what we do is very duplicatable. It's very simple. And so we're going to teach you some tips and tricks today to be able to do that and to be able to earn, you know, whether it's $200 you want, $2,000 you want, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a year. The sky is the limit, and we're going to teach you exactly how to do that. So what I'm going to have you do right now is I want you to get out a piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of paper handy, pull up the notes on your phone. And I want to get real for just a little bit, because we need to have a vision. If we don't have a vision, we don't have a roadmap to where we want to be. We can hope that this is going to pay for extracurriculars at the end of the month, but if we don't have a vision for that and we're not writing stuff down, the likelihood of it happening is not very likely. When I wanted to retire myself from teaching, I had to have a vision. I had to say, okay, I need to make $3,000 a month to retire myself from teaching. So you're going to take out a piece of paper, and what I want you to do is I want you to write out your goals. And the first thing you're going to do is write down what made you join this business. Why did you join? Maybe it was to put your kids in extracurriculars. Maybe it was to have travel money. Maybe it was to go on a date night with your significant other. Maybe it was a retirement. Maybe you have grandkids and you want to be able to spoil them and take them places. We're all at different seasons of our life. You know, maybe you're a new mama and you don't want to put your kid in daycare. You're like Amanda and I were, and you're like, I took a long time to get these babies here. I don't want to have to put them in daycare. I had 10 pregnancies and I have 4 kids, guys. So the last thing I wanted was someone else raising my kids. So I want you guys to write down why you joined this business. I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to do that. And it can be multiple reasons. You can have multiple reasons. What pulls at your heartstrings? What makes your heart pitter patter? Like, what are the things you're living for right now? And that might be the reason why you join.
Misty, you are unmuted, my friend. I can't mute you for some reason.
Is that the iPhone too?
It just says Misty, but it's not letting me mute. Misty Smith.
Oh, how do I do that?
The bottom left hand of your screen, you'll see a little microphone, and you just click it until it has the red X that goes through it.
Okay.
Normally it lets me mute people, but it's not letting me for some reason.
And if not, just be very quiet. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so you wrote down your why. It might be multiple things. When Amanda and I joined, we just honestly joined for a few extra $100 a month. And then we realized there was so much more that we wanted to do and accomplish. So why are we writing down our why? It's important to establish your why because life is still going to happen. Just because you joined a business doesn't mean that you might not have relationship issues. Life might not hit. There might not be sicknesses. There might not be deaths. There might not be, you're working a full-time job and there's stresses there. So we need to have it established why we did this. And on those hard days when we're tired, when we don't want to get up, when we come home from teaching all day, I was a teacher. I worked 50 hours a week. And some days I didn't want to work. I was exhausted. What is going to keep you working? Doing those little tasks each day and being consistent. So we say you want a why that makes you cry, and your why is going to evolve over your years in this business. But on those days that you're tired, you look at that why and you say, okay, I did this for these people. I did this, these people that are my family and are my babies and are my loved ones. I did this for my future. So I have a retirement. So we can go on trips. So during the summertime, we don't have to stay cooped inside in hot Arizona. We can go make memories. You want to go back to your why all the time. Write it down. Have it somewhere that you can see it on your refrigerator, on your mirror. Get to know it and hold it close to your heart, because that's going to keep you doing these things each day when life continues to hit you on all angles, because we know that that's what life does. So I now want you to write down what you want to do with this business. You have a business, you have the reason why you joined, but what do you want to do? How much do you want to make? Do you want to make $200 a month? Do you want to make $2,000 a month? Write that down. How much do you want to make in September? And then what are you going to do with that? Maybe you are driving a car that's 15 years old and you want to buy a new car. Maybe you are a nurse and you work long hours, 12-hour days, and you're barely seeing your kids and you want to work just a few shifts a week or even just a few shifts a month. Write down what you want to do with the business when you're making the money that you're going to be making. And here's a tip. We want to act like we're already doing that. We want to be grateful for this journey. And you want to act like, I'm making $200 this month and it feels amazing. I'm going to be making $200 because I'm going to put in the time every day. I'm going to do the tasks. I'm going to tune into the trainings. I'm going to be a student of learning, and I'm going to get to this goal. So I'm going to give you just a few minutes, like 1 minute, to continue to write that down. A lot of people join to pay off debt. So write that down. I have a credit card I want to pay off. I'm going to do that by October with this business. And if you guys want to share those in the chat, this is how we build relationships and community. Above the paychecks that I love the sisterhood and the family we have. So if you feel so inspired to write down some of your goals, because maybe there's other people that have similar goals or similar life circumstances as you, go ahead and write them in the chat when you're done writing them on your paper. We love to see them. And Amanda's reading them. She'll be responding to you guys. I love that, Mama Mo. Single mom with 2-month-old in debt. Yep. This will completely change your life. I'm so excited for you. Okay. So before I hand this over to Amanda, I want you guys to think of this business as a vehicle, as a rope. You have this rope that's, maybe you're in a trench. You have this rope that's thrown down to you. Here's everything you need to be rescued. No one's coming to rescue you. You're rescuing yourself. Here's your rope. You can either choose to continue to dangle, and that starts to hurt. That starts to wear on you. You start to get tired. You start to get blisters and burns. Or you can use that rope and you can climb out, guys. You can climb to every dream you've ever wanted. You can climb to the lifestyle you wanted. Like I said, it does not matter your life circumstances, where you came from, the childhood that you had, the marriages that you might have previously had, the marriage that you have now. Everything can be changing and you can have abundance, but you have to climb. You have to take that vehicle. We can hand you this vehicle of the business, But if you just sit there and let it dangle, it's not going to take you anywhere. So you have to do the little steps that help you climb that rope, climb out of that trench, or climb up to the clouds in the sky where you are living your most abundant life. Keep that metaphor in your heart and in your mind. And on those days where you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if this is making a difference, turn back to that, because I can promise you that it is. I can promise you 4 years into this, Amanda's got 5 years into this. We can promise you that it is worth it. We are going to jump in to giving you guys kind of the mashed potatoes and gravy of this business of what we do every day to be successful. Like I said, we're a top 30 team. What we do works. We want to give you guys some tips because some of you might not be posting on social media, might not be using social media. So Amanda is seriously so talented and amazing and knowledgeable in this area. So she's going to go through and give you guys some tips that are going to work. So continue to write your notes down, continue to be interactive. I'll be responding to you guys in the chat. And go ahead, Amanda, take it from here, honey.
All right, guys, I'm so excited because this is I absolutely love this. Once you guys understand all of these steps, it is literally just like brushing your teeth or doing your hair or just part of your daily routine. The biggest key is just becoming a student of this business. Okay, so that's the biggest thing, is learning it and then applying it. So we are literally going to just teach you how to get your first 4 customers and simply what we do every single day. So the biggest thing, you guys, is keep everything so simple. And the most amazing thing is this is duplicatable. And so what we do is what we teach. And that is how we get our team to rise. And that's how we have so many successful people on this team, is because they do these steps. These steps aren't just like things that, you know, some people are really good at and some people aren't, like, or some people get lucky and some people don't. Like, it is literally not, it is literally, if you do A, B, and C, you are going to be successful. So if you do these steps that we coach and that we teach you, you're going to be successful. So one, I want you guys to have an open mind of what we kind of talk about and how we kind of do things. There's 2 things that, you know, or several things that, you know, I think are really important in success in this business. One is being coachable and open to, you know, maybe things might be out of your comfort zone or you might not do certain things, but being coachable to, you know, what is creating success. And then the other thing is consistency. Doing these steps that we talk about every single day. Those things you guys will be so successful with. Those are really key points in this. So we're going to talk about how to build your business. Your first goal, you guys, is to get your first 4 customers. When you guys get your first 4 customers, some of you guys have already done that. If you guys have, I want you to comment below that you got it. But your first 4 customers, you guys get now a $100 shopping spree. And you guys can pick products that you want. You can pick clothing, whatever you want to do. You can use the products, you can sell them, whatever it is that you're wanting and what your goals are for this business. We run our business, you guys, through social media. Okay, you can do it face to face, and you know, we can also get into talking about some simp and samples and all that kind of stuff, which is amazing. But we're simply going to talk about social media and what our team majority, like what we do mostly every single day on a day-to-day basis. Social media, you guys, is one of the best ways you can build a business because, for one, you're building a business completely for free. On a platform, you don't have to pay for it. It's completely for free. So we use 2 different platforms. We use Facebook and then also Instagram. And so we're going to talk mostly about Facebook. That's what I primarily use. However, I do dabble into Instagram as well. Both are amazing platforms. So on Facebook, you guys, now you guys are business owners. Okay, you guys just started a business. You have a business. You are a business owner. You are your CEO of your business. So your Facebook page is your moneymaker. Okay, so what is that going to look like for you? That's going to look like when somebody comes onto your page, they're going to know, I'm going to talk to about myself. They're going to know that I am, you know, they're gonna know the 5 pillars of me. They're gonna get to know me. They're gonna see that I am very positive, that I am inspiring, you know, that I post things that are gonna inspire and bring value to people. They will never see cuss words on my account. They will never see me complaining about things or being negative or being like, oh man, my day stinks. or, oh my gosh, like this is horrible, or cussing, or being like talking about political things or opinionated at things, you know, anything like that. When people come to my Facebook page, I want to bring value to them. I want to bring something where they can come and they can take something away from it and be like, wow, that was awesome. You know, something that I can influence them by. So your Facebook page now is your business page. So you want it to look very clean and, you know, professional and pretty and, you know, nothing, you know, one thing that I feel like clutters a Facebook page a lot is when we're constantly sharing like photos or memes or videos, you know, you're constantly sharing things from other people. So I would recommend to never share anything unless it's like our Sunday night call or, you know, something that, you know, our corporate is doing, you know, things like that. But as far as sharing, or like the team video watch parties that we do, things like that. But as far as like sharing funny videos, sharing quotes or anything like that, I would steer clear from that. You want your Facebook and Instagram is your moneymaker. Okay, so you want it to just look amazing. You want it to be personal content, so your life, but you're going to trickle in the business with it. And we'll get into that in a little bit more detail. You're like, if you look at my post, I post about my family, my boys, where we travel to. I post about the products that we use. So I post about my life, but then I also post about the product and the business. It's just all kind of, you know, into one. And so I make it a very attractive and influential and not advertising. So you want to steer, you know how like Kohl's or Target, you know, 40% off, like come in, or, you know, it's very advertising. That's what we want to stay away from. We want it to be personal, influential, value, and something where you are pulling people in and not just trying to sell them, right? People are going to buy into you, what you're offering, why you're offering it, and that's what's going to attract them to you. You want to pull people in instead of push people out. So when we advertise, that is going to push people away. When we're constantly talking about the products or constantly talking about buying your products or coming onto your team, that's going to push people away. We want to talk about why they should join your team, why these products, you know, should be in their life, why they should have these products, that kind of thing. Your profile page is, I will say this again, it is your moneymaker. Okay. So you want to, on your profile picture, have a very clear picture of you, not of a dog, not of a cat, nothing, not of a quote, a picture of you, on your timeline, a picture of something that you love, your family, you know, whatever, you know, it is on your timeline. Okay, so keep it very professional, no cussing, positive, bringing people in, influence, inspirational. So the other thing I wanted to kind of address is, I get this all the time, well, should I start a new Facebook page or should I start a business page? And my answer to that is no. And it's just simple, and I want you guys to trust me on this, because I have had people do that, and I will tell you it's just a waste of time, and you're going to be in this circle of not growing a business. So my biggest advice for you is to use your own Facebook page, your own personal Instagram page, and that is where you're going to build your business. And the reason why is because you've already established a brand for yourself, whether you know it or not. Now you can tweak that brand as we go, but you've already established yourself. You've already established trust amongst your friends and family and the network that you already have. Whether you have 50 people or 2,000 people on your network, you've already established something. And so I would keep that. And we're going to kind of mold it into, you know, making it a very good platform for you for your business. Your friends and family, you know, those are typically the first people that, you know, we share this, you know, opportunity with the products. Because again, they know us, they trust us. Now, some people come in and they're like, well, I don't have friends and family. Like, they're not going to want anything to do with this. And that's totally fine, because the cool thing about social media, you guys, is we are open globally for one. We're in 25 different countries, and Facebook has millions of people out there. So you can grow a network literally anywhere in the world pretty much. So we're going to teach you how to do that. But I would recommend using your personal one. Let everyone know what you are doing. You guys, you are doing this. When I read through these and I'm seeing it's for your family, it's to buy a house, it's because you're a single mom, it's to get out of debt, it's to feed the homeless, it's to buy Christmas for, you know, family and not have to put it on debt, it's for student loans, to pay off credit card deals. So much personal reasons why you are doing this business. Do not let outside sources pull you away from that. Okay, so don't let, and what I mean by that is don't let other people's opinions pull you away from that. Use what you have now and share it and be so passionate about why you're doing this. I promise you, when you share your excitement, when you share the reason why you're doing this, there's going to be so many people who's going to relate to you. You know how many people cannot pay their bills? How many people have student loans just like you guys, or credit card debt just like you guys, or are a single mama just like you? So many people are going to relate. So I want you guys to share that, because this business is going to bless your life. And I've said it in the comments that God didn't put you on this team, you know, just by accident or just because. There's a purpose for you here on this team. There's a purpose for you here in this company. So don't sell that short. Okay, so, and you guys, please, by all means, put questions in there because I love questions, you guys. Okay, so there's 4 things that we do on Facebook every single day. Facebook or Instagram. When I say Facebook, I mean both, okay? This is for both platforms. Okay, so number 1, since we've already kind of talked about Facebook and posting, we're going to kind of just go in order. So number 1, you guys, I want you to write this down. Posting. Okay, posting is letting people know on your social media what you have to offer. Okay, it's letting people know, it's putting thoughts into their mind, it's creating curiosity. And so when you're posting, I recommend, this is really, really key, okay, you guys? I recommend to post at least 3 to 6 times a day. And there's a couple reasons, and I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, holy smokes, like that is a lot of times to post, but there's a reason for this. Okay, now remember, Courtney and I, we are top income earners in the company. Okay, we know how to grow a business and we know how to coach this. So take this and just kind of run with it, okay? Just trust us. So I want you guys to post at least 3 to 6 times a day. Okay? A good rule of thumb, morning, lunch, evening time, or bed, you know, something like that. If you look on mine, I will always post at least 5 to 6 times a day. The reason being is because you have a news feed on your social media. People are on social media at different times. So if you post once a day in the morning, guarantee people aren't going to be seeing that towards the evening time. Okay? If you post only in the evening, you just miss a whole lot of people who are on social media during the morning and lunch. The other thing is people are in different time zones. So if you post in the morning, people are already, 3 hours ahead of you. Sometimes people are even 3 hours before you, depending on where you're at. So you want to make sure that you are reaching your network at all times. That's number 1. Number 2 is it's showing consistency to your network, okay? Somebody told me this when I started. They said, Amanda, people will take your business as serious as you take it. So the more serious you take your business and treat your business like a business, other people will take it as serious as you do. And it is so true, you guys. So if I post once a day, or if I post on Monday, but then I don't post Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Friday I have some free time to post, I guarantee you guys, people are not going to take me consistently. What they're going to do is they're going to go to that other It Works girl who's posting 3 to 6 times a day, and that's who they're going to order from. That's who they're going to join. They're not going to join you. So you have to show your network that you are consistent, that you are serious about your business, and this is not a hobby to you. This is something that's going to change your life. So those are the reasons why we want to post. Now, how do we post? Okay, if you are on our team, Diamond Dream Squad, you will see in our unit section, I think it's unit number 7, posting. I want you to go to that after this Zoom and go take a look. We have hundreds of magic posts on there, that samples that you can use, that you can, get ideas from, tips on posting, that kind of thing. But how do we post, you guys? I want you guys to think about 5 things that you love that make up you. What makes up Courtney Packett? What makes up Anna Davis, right? What makes up, Amanda on here? Like, what makes you up? Who are you? We call it the 5 pillars. Okay, those are the 5 things that you love And that's what you're going to post about. Okay. So for me, for instance, I'm a Christ follower. I'm a boy mom. I'm a wife. I love to travel. I love to work out. And I absolutely love to influence. That was 6 things. But that is what I post about, and I trickle in the business with it. Okay, and I'll give you guys some examples of some of my posts in just a minute. But that's kind of how my posts are. They're not the cookie cutter, posts that everyone does. I mean, I use those every once in a while, but they are posts about me using the products, me with this business, what I want out of this business, who I can help. I talk about, all of those things. I'll talk about me going to lunch with my little guy, because the reason I'm able to go to lunch with him is because of this business. I'll talk about me, traveling, because the reason we're able to travel is because of this business. I'll talk about me putting gas in our car, because the reason we're able to put gas in our car is because of this business. And I post about those things to attract and pull people in. Those are things that everyone wants: to travel, to have time, to put gas in their car. You guys get it, right? So what are your 5 pillars that make up you? That's what I want you guys to think about, and that's what I want you guys to post about. And I'm going to share with you guys just a couple of posts. I'm just going to read them on mine, and then we'll get into the next thing. So for instance, I posted about, let's see, last night I posted about the collagen. It's a product I take every single night. And so I posted about how my skin was glowing. I posted about how it has never looked this healthy. It's been rejuvenated. The color is like it's a glowing color, and it's in this little drink. Like, I didn't say it works. Who wants my collagen drink? 40% off. I talked about what I'm drinking and what it's doing for me. Okay. That's why it's important to be a product of the product. I also talk about just another, example is I will talk about, let me see here, how I am a stay-at-home mom. Before I started this business, I worked full-time. I'll talk about my, why I started and what it's done for me. So I talk about, me, I have a coffee chat with my little boy crew, like things like that. Like, I'm constantly talking about my life, and I'm trickling in the business with it. Okay. So here's a few people you can follow, and Courtney will write some names in it, but Courtney, obviously, Packett is one person to follow. She's a triple diamond. If you go to her Facebook page, just click follow. Okay, I'm another one. If we're not friends on Facebook, just follow me on Facebook. If you're not my personally enrolled, just follow me. That way you guys can see my post. And Courtney will post some other people in just a minute, but while she's doing that, here's what I want you guys to do. So if you're following me and you're like, oh, wow, I really like that post Amanda just did, what you can do is click on these. What you can do is click on these little, see these 3 little dots right here? You click on that, and you go to Save Post. Now and then you can go to Add Collection. So that was, that was my post. But so say it was the collagen post I just did. You can go to Add. Hold on, please. Mommy's on a freaking Zoom. Sorry. Life of a mom. So you can add collections. So you can do different categories. So I have opportunity post. I have collagen post. So if you see like a post that I do of collagen, you can save it, and then you can categorize it to that area. So collagen. So if you're like, okay, I want to post about collagen, you can just click on it, and you'll see all these posts that you've saved under collagen. Okay. Same with coffee or inspirational. I have inspirational post, all that kind of stuff. And so the people that Courtney just added, you can follow them. Don't send them a friend request. Just follow them, you guys. And if you see one of their posts, you can save it, and you can use it for later. Just tweak it up that fits you. Okay. You don't want to copy the same exact post. Like if they're talking about them going to the park with their kids, you don't want to talk about that if you don't have kids, right? So just save it. It's where you're going to get inspiration, and just tweak it up so that it fits you into your life, into your category. So sometimes I'll take a post, I'm like, man, I love that. And I'll just change the wording so it fits me. I change it up to my life. Okay. So that is a really good way just to get inspiration and have ideas for posting. The other thing, if you guys work full time, you guys can think about the post like the night before and say, okay, I'm going to post before I go to work and I'm going to post about this. At my lunch, I'm going to post this. When I get home, I'm going to post this. So you guys can kind of plan your posts ahead of time. That's what I did when I worked full time. Okay, number 2, you guys, and if you guys have questions, please put in the comments. Number 2, you guys, is messaging. Okay, every day, because we work through social media, that's how we talk to people. And so if you think about it this way, I know in my neighborhood a couple times a week, and you guys probably have this too, but a couple times a week we have a bug service come around, house cleaners come around, yard, people come around, they knock on our door, and they're trying to sell us a product, right? They're trying to sell us their service, okay? They're going door to door. And we don't go door to door. We do it through social media, which one is just way, way nicer. But we do it through social media. But instead of going door to door, what we're doing is we're on their messaging, right? Instead of knocking on their door, we're literally sending them a message, just saying, hey, it's me, and just offering them what we have to offer, just like those bug services are offering what they have to offer. We're just doing it through social media, okay? So messaging is really, really important. Again, it's you asking. Okay? If you do not ask, you're not going to get. So if you are new to this business, what I want you guys to do is create a 30s list. Okay. This is a list of people, who you would sell dirt to, or who you would sell, I shouldn't say that. Who you sell dirt. It's a list where you would that you would tell important news to, that you would, hold on. Okay. That you would tell, exciting news to, that you're pregnant, that you're moving, that something exciting is happening to you. That's a list of people you want to make. If you don't have 30, I want you to go to your social media and grab 30 people from that. Okay. And then you're going to send them a message. And I can send you in the comments what message I send out. If it goes, perfect. Okay. So this is what I send out. You guys can copy and paste it, but you're going to send this to 30 people. Individually, never group messages, you guys, 30 people. And what you're doing is you're telling them that you just got started with a new business, you're so excited, and you wanted to see if they would help you out as being a first customer for you. Okay, you're asking them. Okay, it's really, really important. So messaging, you guys, is really, really important. There's 2 things I want you guys to get. One is going to be a planner that has so it has your calendar in there, okay? It's your calendar, a calendar. The other thing I want you guys to get is a notebook that just has lined paper. Okay, just lined paper. And what I want you guys to do is the one that has the lined paper, just the notebook, that's where you're going to put all of your potentials in. Okay, when I say potentials, those are the people that either comment or like on your Facebook post or Instagram post, your stories. Those are people who are going to, who are interested. Okay, you put them right on your list. How I do it is I will put on one page, I do September potential customers, and then I skip a couple pages back and I go potential, or I put September potential distributors, skip a couple pages and I put September customers. And then when I have a potential customer, I put them on that list for, write down, and I just start making a list, and those are my potentials. I do it because we're going to get into follow-ups in just a minute, but it's really important that you put their names down because we're going to get into the next section, which is follow-ups. But messaging, you guys, is really, really important. So we message, people on our Facebook page because you're asking. So who do we message? We message anybody who likes or comments on our post. We message anybody from our 30s list or anybody on our network who we can send that first message to. If you've done 30 and nobody got back to you, I want you to send out 30 more on your Facebook page, okay? We message anybody who views our polls on our stories or comments on our polls, or anybody who views our stories at all. We message anybody who's interacting with us, okay? So that's messaging, you guys. Number 3 is following up. So that's where this notebook is going to come into hand. When you have somebody, like I said, you're going to put them on your list, okay? Following up is so important. We always say fortune is in the follow-up because, you know, just so you guys know, not everyone is going to sign up the very first day that you talk to them, okay? Statistics show that it takes an average of 7 to 11 follow-ups before somebody joins your team or says yes. Okay, so just keep that in mind that you first send out a message and just know you're just planting that seed, okay? You're just putting that thought into their mind. Don't expect that right away they are going to sign up. However, a lot of times they do, depending on how many people you ask, okay? People are going to buy into you and your consistency. So that's why I'm so big on posting and being consistent, okay? You have to do that because if you just message people, but then they go to your Facebook page and it's just a bunch of spammy stuff, they're not going to order from you. They're not going to buy from you. They're going to buy into you. They're going to be watching you. They're going to be seeing what you are doing, why you're doing it, and what you have to offer, okay? So, but messaging is going to be that first step of saying, hey, are you interested in this? And then we also send out messages for what we call host to post. If you're on our team page, go to that unit section and you can start learning what a host to post is. It's a system that we use to also grow our network and get potentials. Okay, number 4, you guys, is growing your network daily. Okay, this is number 4, growing your network daily. Now, this is really important because if you guys think about it, the smaller your guys' group is now, the harder it's going to grow. So if you think about it, if I have myself and I have 300 friends on Facebook and Courtney over here has 3,000 friends on Facebook, who's going to get more interaction when they post? Courtney, right? Who's going to get more people to sign up with her? Courtney, right? Because she has 3,000. She's going to have more people to work with, more people to follow up with, more people to talk to, more people who are watching her versus me who only has 300. So I want to grow my network as fast as possible so that my network grows so that I have more people to talk to. I want you guys to think of it this way. This is a numbers game, okay? The more people you talk to, the more people that are going to join you. Okay, the more people you have in your network, the more people you have watching you, the more people you're going to get to join you. Okay, so think of it as a numbers game. The more people you message, the more people you're going to get. So this goes also, so say I messaged 10 people and Courtney messaged 50 people. Who's going to be the quickest person to get a customer probably? Courtney, right? Because she messaged 50 people versus 10. It's just that numbers game. So remember that. So how do you find people to grow your network? So one is going to be groups. So this kind of goes back to your interest in your 5 pillars. You know, you could be a part of a boy mom group. There's twin groups. There's cooking groups. I'm a part of a boxer group because I have a boxer. I'm in a lot of dental hygiene groups. We have a boat. So we're in a lot of like boat groups, like lake groups, stuff like that. So what interests you? Those are going to be the groups that you want to go into. And it's a really quick way to grow your network. And it's an easy way because you go in there and you can add people from that group. But it's great because you guys already have that common interest. Okay. So it's just a really good way to grow your network. The other way that I did it when I first started is I would go to friends of friends. So if I had a friend who I thought they had an awesome network or they had tons of friends, I would go onto their friend list and I would just start adding their friends to my network. And it's great, again, because you have a commonality. You have friends in common, okay? I always recommend to add at least 20 people a day. The more people you grow, the faster, it is going to grow your business for sure. My biggest tip is do not ever message that person the same day about their products or business unless they message you first. Okay, so we don't want to add people and then go message them. It's just spammy. People will not like it. And so that's a big tip for you guys, is to not message them that same day. But if they're interacting on your post, if they're commenting or anything like that, you have full range to go and message them. If they're viewing your stories or anything like that, you have full range to go message them, okay? Let's see. And then, you know, obviously on our team, the fifth thing that we do, not on social media, but fifth thing that we do is mindset and self-development, which we'll get into, you know, down the, you know, not on this Zoom, but it's another thing that we do. If you're interested in learning that, just go to our unit section again. And so those are the things that we do on social media, you guys. Those are the things that are going to get you your 4 customers right away. It's going to help you get your 3 distributors right away. And that's what we really want you guys to do. We want you guys to get to Ruby as soon as possible. And we have systems put into place for you to do that. This is the foundation of how we work our business every single day. And if you do this every single day, it's the consistency and it's the learning that you are going to, you know, that you're going to grow in your business. There's one thing I didn't mention, which was stories when it comes to posting. I mentioned to post 3 to 6 times a day on your Facebook or Instagram. I also want you guys to make at least 10 stories on your social media. And so do you guys all know what the stories are? Anybody confused about that at all? If you are, put it down below. How do I get to your unit? So Jamie, if you're on our team, then you would have access to our units. I don't know. I know that there's a couple people in here from the 2020 group too. So, so the stories, you guys, are really important. Again, on our team page, we have albums that have stories on there. So stories are, so if I go to my Facebook, stories are going to be those little circles that you see at the very top on your timeline, or on your newsfeed. I'm sorry. It's going to be like these things that you see up here. Those are the stories that people do. So you want to kind of, stories are like literally like sharing what you're doing that day. Okay. And so there's different stories. Again, follow us and you can kind of see how we do our stories. But also on our team page, we have different graphics that you guys can use for your stories. You know, we literally have everything there for you guys that you guys can use. But then you also want to, you know, like what Courtney said, that's your highlight reel. Like, you know, like I will talk about me making my coffee every morning. And then I'll talk about my kids walking to school. And then I'll talk about me on this Zoom. Or, you know, I talk about what my life is. And I try to be kind of vulnerable and real about it because that's what people are going to want to see. So that's what a story is. So I recommend posting 3 to 6 times a day, but also making sure you're incorporating at least 10 stories a day. And Taylor, yeah, what I do is I post it on Instagram and then it just automatically shares to Facebook. So it gets them both and it's the same ones. It's not different.
And don't feel like when you first start out that you need to work both platforms, because very much Amanda and I just worked Facebook at the beginning. And if you are a person that only posts once a week, start small. Start posting a few times a day. You know, work your way up. Don't go, you know, feeling like you're completely overwhelmed or like you have to be posting 50 times a day. No, but start small and just be consistent because the consistency is what's going to pay off. Another question we hear all the time is like, what do? We haven't made a cent yet in this business. We just joined yesterday. Like, what are our posts going to be about? It's easy for you to post about the business paying for your gas or paying for a trip or paying for your house. Post about what you're going to be doing in 3 months. 3 months from now, Christmas is going to be paid for in cash because I'm going to be making $2,000 with this company that I just joined. I can work from home. I plan my own days. I can work from anywhere I want to. 3 months from now, I'm going to be taking a trip during Christmas vacation because of my side business. It's allowing me to have more freedom in my life. Talk as if it's happening. Be grateful for the journey and talk as if it's happening. And that's what we did. Believe that it's happening. So you don't have to be making $2,000 right now, but you're going to be in a couple months. So talk about that. In 2 months, I'm going to be buying myself a new car and post a picture of the car that you're hating right now. Or 2 months from now, I'm going to be sitting on this beach and post a picture of that beach because my business is paying for it completely. And those are some posts. And I recommend you do those every single day. You want to do an opportunity post every single day because that's what people relate to. I didn't join Amanda. Like, I held a wrap party and that's how we started loving the product years and years ago. But I joined Amanda because I love seeing what she was doing. I love seeing her making memories and this business completely changing her life. And that happened with her life stories in her opportunity posts. So make sure you guys are doing those daily.
Yeah, definitely. Do you guys have, Courtney, is there anything else that you want to go over? Maybe we can answer a couple questions in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, we just wanted to make this short and sweet and just welcome everyone and let you know, like, we are here for you. Don't ever feel like you're alone. If there's ever a time you're talking to someone and you have a question, take a screenshot of that, message it to your enroller or your diamond upline, and we are going to help you every step of the way to be super successful. Like we said, this business is super simple. You have all the tools, but there is a learning curve. I like to tell the story about these two people that were digging holes. You had person A and person B, and someone said, I'm going to pay you $2,000 at the end of the month for the person that digs these 100 holes. One person was like, oh my gosh, like I need this $2,000, and went and dug their holes in like a week's time, was digging more holes by the end of the month. And then the other person B at the end of the month was like, oh my goodness, how did they get all those holes dug? How are they making $2,000? Like I'm just on like hole 70. Same amount of work that was required, but one person just knew what they wanted and knew how they were going to get there and had that mindset to do it. So you might have come in saying, you know, you have this goal and maybe it's $200 a month. So you're going to find an hour a day here in the nooks and crannies of your life to work this business. But maybe you want to be home with your kids and you want to get to diamond in 2 or 3 months and you want to be making $2,000 a month. So you're going to be finding 15 minutes, 20 minutes here and there multiple times throughout the day. Like I just signed, I think she's on here. She's a nursing mama. She's like, I was messaging her and she was sitting on my couch and she's like, I already know that I pump 8 times a day for 15 minutes. That's 2 hours a day that I'm going to be working the business. Perfect. She's not taking any more time from her family. She's already pumping, you know, so find time where you can work this business. It's going to pay off, but the key is consistency. That's going to get you to where you want to be. And just staying tuned into these Zooms. We have weekly trainings on Tuesdays that are super awesome. And there's always something you can be learning and growing in. And that's what I love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And remember, like, what Courtney had you guys do, like you guys wrote down your why and your goals of what you're doing for this business. So don't give up on yourself. You guys have the mindset that knowing that this is a business and it takes time to grow, but also knowing that the work that you put into it, you can make money right away with it. Okay. You can make that money putting that work into it, but just know, like, you know, it takes time to grow a business. And so continue to grow. There's only 2 ways, and I say this all the time. You guys will probably hear me say it over and over and over again. There's 2 ways that people fail at this business. The only 2 ways people will ever fail at this business, okay? It's 1, they literally do not do anything. They don't work the business, and that's why people don't make money. They don't work the business. Number 2, they quit too soon. Those are literally the only reasons. So I know you guys, we've all had people who have been like, oh, I've tried that, or I've tried a business like that. I didn't make any money for it. Well, the reason why they didn't make money for it is 1, they didn't work it. And number 2, they quit too soon. So do not sell yourself short with that. Do not sell yourself short. Have the mindset that you are going to give this business, you know, a year, and I promise you it will change your life. Like, we have people who have gotten to triple diamond, like Amy, I don't know if she's on here right now. Amy Smith got to triple diamond in 8 months. You know, there's people who have done it even sooner than that. You know, we have an ambassador, we've had ambassadors do it in less than a year. You know, so it's just all really comes down to you, like Courtney said, staying close to the fire, being a student of the business, making sure you're learning it. If you're stuck in an area, that's okay, you guys. We've been stuck there too. Make sure you go to your sponsor. If you feel overwhelmed, that's okay. Just take it day by day. You know, this isn't something where you have to, like, you know, feel overwhelmed or be stressed about. This should be fun. It should be enjoyable. And knowing that you are doing something that's going to help change your life, and you're going to help change other people's lives. And so, you know, we're just super excited for you guys because, like I said, like we just love pouring into you guys and just sharing with you guys what you guys can do to change your life, what you guys can do to be successful with this. And so I just ask you guys to give it time. If you feel overwhelmed, just kind of take a step back, go to your sponsor, ask questions. Like, if you're my person enrolled, I should be talking to you every single day. So, you know, I am just, you know, just over the moon excited for you guys. I know Courtney is. And so if you guys have questions, please reach out to us. Go to your upline. And let's make some money. And we have announcements. So every Sunday, you guys, we have a corporate family call. So make sure you follow Mark Pentecost. It's going to be tonight. He's going to announce some really big things tonight. They've said it's never been done in our company before. And so I'm really excited just to see what's going on. But I'm just super excited for you guys. Courtney, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, this is the most exciting time in the business. We have green carpet coming up in September, which is a huge, huge event. So these seeds that we're planting now are going to be so amazing for that. And then rolling into the holidays and then conference in February. This is the perfect time to be working, to be planting those seeds. Guys, we are just so excited for you. And you guys are in the right spot. You deserve this. I started this business like in the ashes of my life, like not feeling very worthy, not feeling like I can do much of anything, and anything is possible, guys. And we're here to cheer you on. We're here to help you every step of the way. So you have a community of people that love you and support you and are going to help you on this journey. So thanks for tuning in. I know it's a busy, crazy weekend, so we're so excited that you did that. And we can't wait to work with you guys in our nooks and crannies. So
yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye, friends. Bye.
Bye, buddy.